Well, glad to have you back. We have a guest in the house this morning who is going to be helping us with the press review. Looking at the papers this morning, I'm talking about Honorable Chukwuma Okpalezu, a public affairs analyst. Good to have you on the program.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful.
Okay, let's quick start with stories making the headlines on our ABS website. Mothers urged to remain role models. Today is April Fool's Day. Obiano receives more commendations on human capital development. Bishop Ibezim urges couples to join hands in nurturing children. Mrs. Obiano asks women to increase participation in nation building. Husbands asked to support wives towards fulfilling aspirations. Presidency affirms receiving new national minimum wage. Well, let's begin from the top stories. Of course, yesterday we know was Mothering Sunday, and mothers urge to remain role models.
And we can actually merge it, being role models, joining hands in nurturing children, and again, husbands supporting wives to fulfill aspirations.
Yes, first of all, I must commend and say my felicitations to Ndinne for their day yesterday. Quite unfortunate, my mom is late, and that doesn't mean I will not join the world to celebrate Ndinne. They are indeed role models. We couldn't have been anything we are now or shall be in the future without Ndinne, their advice, their prayers, etc. So they are role models. Then Ndinne Nana will all daily for hope I can speak Igbo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Ndinne Nana will all daily for winne. The Bible siwe kwuo. Zwa umoge n'ụzọ dị mma. Ka ya ofato fabula ezigbo ụmụ. Ndị nne nwere oke n'ọlụ fana ndị nna anyị nwa ịzụ ụmụ anyị n'ezigbo ụzọ, because what you sow is what you will reap. Then husbands are inevitably, as one of their major responsibilities, to support their wives in their aspirations. Else, they will be alone in this heavy responsibility of family and taking care of the home. We need to support our wives for them to be up and doing, and also efficient helpers in the home, financially, intellectually, spiritually, and otherwise.
That's great.
I
watched one soap yesterday, and I think that was specifically dedicated to mothers. This young girl, she's young. She had 3 kids. So each time the husband comes back, they will ask the wife will ask the husband to come and help her carry the baby so that he can do that. The man will say, no, I'm tired. One day the lady just pretended and left the house. Stayed for the man. The man had to do this, So when the lady came, he was just smiling, laughing, just to allow the man feel what she's been feeling at home, to pass through all the challenges of handling this one, and this one is crying, this one is doing that. Actually, it's a great job, a great responsibility on the part of mothers.
All right, well, let's move on to this one. Obiano receives more commendations on human capital development. We know what the governor has actually been doing in the state, from the community project initiative to one youth, one skill, one youth, and a whole lot he's been doing in the state. Of course, more commendations are coming to the governor.
Yes, he deserves more and more. And we urge him not to relent. He should continue, because his good works speak for him. He has done so much in terms of human capital development by creating enabling environment for the Anambra to thrive well. In my humble opinion, Anambra is the most fertile state in Nigeria today. Yes.
All right, let's also look at Mrs. Obiano ask women to increase participation in nation building.
Yes. Because behind all successful men, there must be a good woman.
How about behind
Not
all
just a
successful
woman.
women?
Eh?
How about behind all successful women?
The pillar is the man. The foundation is the man. So Obiano, the missus, Osudieme has been a role model and a leader by example.
And one actually wonders how a woman can actually take part in nation building. That could be a big question. How does the women get involved actively in nation building?
Already they are. Already, like I said, Mrs. Obiano is a typical example. Imagine what she does with his NGO cafe. That's nation building. And if all wives of the governors in this nation will toe her line, come on, we shall have a better society. Not to talk of when all women worldwide toe such line. This will be heaven on earth.
All right. Husband asked to support wives towards fulfilling.
I think we've touched that. Let's look at the presidency. Affirms receiving a new national minimum wage. That's a very good news to workers.
Not necessarily good news because it's no news because it's long overdue. It is stale. It must have been implemented few months ago, but it is going to commence in May. We are still delaying it. It should have been April Fool surprise gift to the civil servants, people like you who has done well so much. That 30,000 is so minute that we shouldn't delay in its implementation as a nation.
You're just talking as a human being that you are, but when somebody is actually earning below 10,000, 12,000, and you say you're giving the person 30,000, what do you expect? People will jubilate, except you're eating more than that. That's where you see it as a chicken change. But there are people that is a very big money.
It's true with what she's saying, but that has always been the aim of probably, I don't know, the leaders of the federal government to always make you feel like whatever they give to you is enough. I mean, with what he's saying, I really buy it because
I know it's true, but the truth here is that if I'm eating 20,000 and you say you give me 10,000 on top of my 20,000. It's a good news to me.
So how would you feel if I'm giving you a 10,000 on top of the 20,000 when you know you deserve to even get more than the 10,000?
But you deserve, but you don't have it.
And that's what I'm saying. How would you feel? You just feel like
for the time being, you should be happy that something is being topped on what you already have.
I want to ask you a question.
Good.
In a month, we have 30 days on the average. And 30K as per the minimum wage is 1K per day. Imagine a family of 4. Let's say a mother, father, a boy, and a girl. That depends on that minimum wage. How does it go in this present economy?
That is a very big topic for another day, where the government will now have to come in and look at the situation on ground, just like the picture you've painted, and see what they can do, because they know all these things and they allow it to be so. So whichever one you get, you thank God for it because you're getting it now. So when they feel it's right for them to amend some things or to put things together the way it should be, because somebody has equally said that this is not up to what people earn in Ghana and some other countries.
I get your point. No,
I know what I'm saying. But the question
has been, you said something about when they feel is the right time. How long?
No, when maybe God touches their heart to do something for the masses.
It pains me when you say that people are happy that from 20K they now get 30K. My comment is this: our fathers really didn't do well for us to be having 30K as a minimum wage and we are jubilating.
By this time.
Never mind.
What
our generation
that will come down and children will start dancing all over. Lights. Yes, now they bring lights.
Mentality.
They bring lights. parents and children will start
It's
dancing
our
all over.
mentality. We can work on that.
Let's go on.
All right, well, we're going for a short break, and when we return, of course, we'll be looking at the papers. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Me, I am ready for the party. Oh yeah, I want to be smart. I go really early. Oh, I know your story. I go Yaba to buy material. I go time my daily, yeah. I gonna say I don't. If you see my daily, oh, it go on everybody. Daily. Let me guide you to yellow. Let me guide you to yellow. Let me guide you to yellow. Let me guide you.
3G is great. 4G is better. You don't know what you're missing till you experience it. Upgrade to a 4G device and SIM, SMS GET to 141 to enjoy double data on Nigeria's widest 4G network. Airtel, the smart.
To have you back. It's still Good Morning Anambra, and it is the press review. We still have in the house Honorable Chukwuma Okpalezu, a public affairs analyst. Now let's move on to our very first paper this morning, Daily Times, stories making the headlines.
All right, the big story we have on the front page says federal government saves 24.7 billion naira monthly through digitalization. Public institution defaulters of IT clearance from NITDA will be punished. That's coming from Pantami. And manufacturers urge federal government to reconsider plan to increase VAT. Up there we have Fidelity Bank increases profits to 25.1 billion naira, proposes 11K dividend. With a rider there, we remain focused on execution of our medium-term strategic objectives, targets for 2019, coming from Okonkwo. Down here, we have our Restore Maternal and Infant Health Care. That's coming from the governor-elect of Imo State, Ihedioha. Nigeria ranks 6th miserable country globally. PDP accuses Malami of plans to scuttle Rivers Guba Pool. No APC primary election took place in Zamfara. Marafa insists. All right, let's begin with this story. In fact, over the weekend, I saw it making rounds. Nigeria ranking 6th miserable country globally. And the recent past, we were ranked the happiest people, and now we are being ranked 6th most miserable in the whole world.
It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, and indeed, it's miserable around here. But I want to comment quickly on Ihedioha's position to restore infant and maternal health care. Yes, it's a welcome development. This rumor has been here that he shall fight Roshas, do this and that. Those things are sentiments.
And distractions.
It's unnecessary. He should focus and restore Imo State. We are expecting a lot from him. Ndimo demonstrated their hopes in him, and he shouldn't dare sentimentally scuttle it. He should focus on providing adequate leadership to maximize impact and serve the purpose. Then Malami, PDP, and Rivers, the whole world, Nigerians are expecting to see what will happen on 2nd, 3rd, 4th of this month as scheduled by INEC over Rivers pools. And I want to commend Mr. President for having demonstrated as if he has no interest in all the gubas and state houses, because unusually PDP won many states, demonstrating that APC from the president did not show much interest there. They shouldn't scuttle this commendation with Rivers. They should allow the mandate of the people to prevail so that we shall promote confidence and unity, peace and equity as well.
That's a very good one. All right, now no APC primary election took place in Zamfara. That's coming from Marafa. He's insisting that no primary actually took place in Zamfara State.
His opinion, and I learned courts gave judgment to nullify all APC, whatever. You know, I am not quite well informed on Zamfara State issue. Yeah.
All right, let's quickly move to the next paper now for review. That's the Guardian newspaper.
All right, the big story there. Bajabia Mila affirms bid for Speaker. APC group kicks. Southwest won't play second fiddle again, says Oni. Afenifere knocks fire me over restructuring. On top of that story, we've got court compels Fashola to name corrupt electricity project contractors. Fidelity Bank grows profits by 30.6% to 25.1 billion naira. Couple, 2 children, 9 others die in Bauchi auto crash, stemming the proliferation of illegal investment outfits in Nigeria. Malami to Skoto Rivers Guba results collation, PDP claims. Of course, with riders over the opposition parties claim impolite, untrue. ABC alleges collusion between INEC, Wike. Well, that's about the stories we have there. Well, let's look at the big story. Bajabia Mila affirms bid for Speaker. APC group kicks.
I watched him live yesterday while he declared interest officially. You know, I listened attentively, and I was conscious of the comments I learned from there. What's in my humble opinion, I saw desperation. I saw him so desperate to occupy that lofty position. I have not much to say, but Ndi Igbo, the Southeast, should be considered and accommodated to serve equity and fairness, either as a deputy speaker or as a deputy Senate president. But Ndi Igbo, the Southeast, shouldn't be found missing or wanting in these 4 major positions.
Well, let's quickly look at court compels Fashola to name corrupt electricity project contractors. Well, a lot of people have been, I don't know if it's rumor, or most people have been saying that they've been having a lot of electricity in their area of lately. And I don't know, now the court is actually asking the minister in charge to name corrupt contractors as regards to electricity.
Yeah, that's our expectation, since the PMB's manifesto is mainly on fighting corruption. He shouldn't be compelled to name the corrupt contractors. It is a responsibility, a duty in support of PMB's administration. Otherwise, it will look like they fight other parties with share toss, and then fight themselves with deodorants. You know, it shouldn't have a double standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we have to take this business story from here. Fidelity Bank grows profits by 30.6%, because we equally saw that story in the Daily Times that we saw earlier, that they grow it by 30.6% to 25.1 billion. Wow. I think it's a very good one
really
on their part.
All right, okay, I think it's about it. Stemming the proliferation of illegal investment outfits in Nigeria. I don't know, what's your take on that?
You said
a lot of, they're claiming here, special report, that there's a lot of proliferation of illegal investments in Nigeria.
Yes, there is.
What makes an investment illegal?
It depends on the procedure. All investments are not really, yes, legal when it doesn't, like now, if you are investing in transportation and you avert tax, or you did it in a way that doesn't augur well with the rule of law, it is illegal. And so many persons would want to gain more than they should. They want to rob Peter and Paul. They want everything to themselves. You know, it shouldn't be that way. It makes it illegal.
All right. Thank you so very much. Well,
I think we have more. Are we okay? We have one more story to go. A very sad one there. You know, couple 2 children, 9 others die in Bauchi auto crash.
Oh, God have mercy. God have mercy. Accident, auto crash.
You know, and this goes to really, you know, on the part of the drivers. While before you leave, you check your tires, do the necessary things you should do as humans. Then let God do the rest.
Federal Road Safety Commission, I am a witness. They do their best. They work so hard to maintain safety of the roads. My comment goes to drivers and the citizenry to make sure that we adhere to the rules and regulations of the roads and driving.
All right.
To minimize accidents.
What more can we say? We commiserate with the family, and you know, we wish that his souls rest in peace.
Amen.
Well, this is the much we have for you on the newspaper review this morning, and we want to say a big thank you to Honorable Chukwuma Okpalezuku, a public affairs analyst. Many thanks for joining us this morning.
Gratitude is mine.
Thank you very much.